G'day, welcome to Free Social Rock Climbing. My name's Adam. Today I'm going to show you how to set up the rope at home so you waste as little time as possible on the cliff face. First thing you need to do is find the middle of the rope. So being twice the distance from the middle to one end, put a figure 8 in that end, and right up at the other end you find the middle of your rope. But there's the middle. You want to put a figure 8 here. So now that the ends are equalised and you've got a localised stopper, you can then put a full figure 8 on a bite with follow through about here. So the next thing you want to do is put your load releasing anchor about here. To do that, you want a prusik about there and that titanium ring about here. That's what the prusik looks like. I'll do the load releasing anchor next. So, I've poked a loop of rope through the titanium ring and then poked all the rope through that loop. Yes, I had to thread all of that 30-metre rope. But because it's a ring, there's no gates to check for orientation or cross-loading or anything like that. And you can see that you've got a friction hitch with a backup on the brake strand. And now you've got that at the right length. All you need to do now is knot this off and chain stitch it up to form a backup hitch or a catastrophe knot to back this up, as well as a chain stitch to store all this excess rope for your load releasing anchor. So I'll do that next. So you can see there's a chain stitch there, but it starts from a figure 8. Which means that is a loadable knot as a backup for that, which is the brake strand for this friction hitch. The final step is to put this into there, which means you rethread the figure 8. But you can afford to leave them on when they go through the washing machine. They're soft, they're not going to cause any troubles with the washing machine. The next thing is to thread this on to the guide line, which is the line that comes straight out of the figure 8, not the line that comes out of that. That's the abseiling line with the load releasable anchor. Okay, so now it's beginning to look more like the final setup. When you unravel everything, this is ready to just put a figure 8 here, which will be close to the edge of the cliff but not pinned against a rock. This here is ready to tie into the bollard or the anchor point. Once you unravel that, that'll come out to this end, you poke that through the bollard and then retie your figure 8. And because we're setting up at home so that we minimise on-site setup, I've already put in the personal safety prusik that you clip into, just to save time. So the next step is to gather up this rope in a hank that will get tied off at about there, and then hank up that rope, which will have the same treatment. So everything's hanked up. You've got your chain stitch that keeps it all nice and untangled, stopping these loops tangling into each other on both ends, and you've got it secured with a clove hitch. And you've got your bunchy rope protector all bunched up, and then you got this ready to tie into the main anchor point. Then to deploy it, you just undo those terminations from there to there, and it will unravel from there on. Same thing with that one. You're ready to clip in for safety, and there's only the length of that to set. Because you started in the middle of the rope, both ends are equal, and the rope protectors are pre-deployed. You've got your load releasing anchor here pre-set up, pre-checked. You've got the brake strand of the load releaser pre-set up and pre-checked. You've got that pre-set up and pre-checked, and you've got the length of these loops pre-set up and pre-checked, and you've got the catastrophe knot pre-set up and pre-checked. So I hope you get some good ideas out of that. Stay tuned for the next episode, and comment, like and subscribe, and share via QR code located on the community tab of this channel or on the screen right now.